Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen, and today I'm going to share with you guys ways that you can use napkins to make a fall home decor. You guys are going to love this hack using napkins. You don't want to miss it, so let's get into the video. First DIY, I'll be using this wood plaque from Dollar Tree, and now I'm going to be using the back side, and I'm going to be laying this Happy Harvest napkin on. This is my second napkin video I have done for fall this year. I just have so many ideas for it. So I used Mod Podge the first video, and so many people said try out a glue stick. I tell you what, these glue sticks are a lifesaver. I don't have wrinkles on these. I don't have one issue. I did not put anything over the top of these, so if you do want to add Mod Podge just to seal them and protect them, I don't really see a reason to for my home, but you probably could do that. But this is with a glue stick. I just used a sander, a little sanding sponge, and cut the edges off and added it into a floral piece, and I am obsessed with this one. I love it. So today this video is also sponsored by Tailored Canvases. I am obsessed with their canvases. They are so stinking cute. You can personalize them, and they have so many different options for everybody. So you guys, if you don't already know, I am obsessed with any sort of farmhouse. And they also have a choose your color, so it changes the edges around your canvas. I love it. Of course, if you guys didn't know, we brought 2 baby goats home this spring, and I love them. We've had goats for the past 9 years already, but these little guys are so sweet. So I knew I had to pick some sort of canvas with goats. So I chose a 36 by 24 black and white canvas, and I did get to choose the edging, which I just chose the option number 1, which was a solid, like, stripy, fun black and white. You're going to see here that I did hang this up in my living room. I did end up changing it around because this wall is just so dark. I ended up putting it in my dining room against a gray wall, and it is beautiful. But this is what this side looks like. And if you guys do want to check out Tailored Canvas, I will leave their link in the description box below, along with a code KRISTIN15 for 15% off your order. And look how cute this is. I also got to choose a Highland cow, and I did choose a different color for the edges. This is so beautiful. I love the way this looked, and I love that you can customize them. I also think that it's a great deal just because I've never found canvases this inexpensive before and this large. Okay, you guys, so this next DIY, I'm using this wooden pumpkin from Dollar Tree and these napkins. These napkins are from Dollar General, but most of the napkins I use, I actually pick them up from a flea market. I went to Shipshewana over this summer and picked up a ton of napkins because they were like all the way from like 75 cents to maybe $2 a pack. Really inexpensive, but these ones came from Dollar General, and I love these because you can fold them all the way out, and it has a pattern, which I really love. So there's not like a white backing. I do take the plies off in every single one of these napkin DIYs as well. Some I just did not show. I did use a glue stick for every single one of these, and it is holding up so well. So I wanted to have this as like a scrapbook paper or something around, and I'm just kind of smoothing it out just a little bit at a time because it was kind of starting to crinkle and bubble just a little bit. So I did a little bit at a time, then kind of started smoothing everything out. And I did not have one rip in this entire video. I was so excited, except for this. You're going to see I totally messed up here. I dropped something with hot glue on it, which, you know, did put a little damper on my things, but it doesn't even matter. I have this little chalkboard and these leather, like a faux leather blessed in that grateful leaf. I decided to add. These are from Dollar Tree this year as well. And I'm just using hot glue for these leather pieces. I think this is the best way, and I don't have any bubbles or it fell out of my hands. Hot glue everywhere. Luckily, this leather, it just kind of falls right off, or like you just kind of can peel it right off, and it's not a big deal. But I always like showing that we all mess up a time or two, and that definitely happened here. One is so easy. I'm using this love sign from Dollar Tree, and this love just always kind of falls out anyway, so I just kind of pop it out. You can save it for later, maybe for Valentine's Day. And then I'm just using this napkin. This is also from that flea market, and I'm sure you can find these like at Big Lots. I saw some really cute ones at TJ Maxx. I think they were like $2.99 a bundle. They are so stinking cute. I wish I would have known before I had all these napkins already. So I just kind of squished it in and started cutting and measuring just a little bit. What I really like about this frame is that even if the edges were not perfect, you could kind of like move the backing around just a little bit. So the napkin was also getting like pushed inside. You can see it's kind of moving here. And you could push the rest of the napkin up underneath the frame, which was really nice because even though my cuts were a little off, you can't even tell because they're all pushed in and it looks amazing. This was such a simple one, and I don't think it needs anything else. I think this napkin is super cute as is, and I didn't have to add anything else to this cute little sign. One is this welcome sign from Dollar Tree, and I just pulled this whole entire thing up. I was trying to salvage that welcome, and I think it would just taken a really long time to salvage it and cut around it, and it was just kind of like a thick cardboard anyway, so it was totally okay. This would not come off. We're just seeing a lot of struggles here, but don't worry, you do make magic in the end. So I just did the same thing with my sign as I did with that pumpkin. Use the same napkin from Dollar General, and those were $2 a pack. This window cling is also $2 from Dollar General, and I decided to put a window cling over the top using, of course, a glue stick. These glue sticks have been my best friend for the last like year or two. I promise, like once you start using a glue stick, your hot glue gun will be like your second most favorite glue piece in your craft section. So I just added that blessed with the pumpkins and some extra leaves, and this matches so well. I loved how all these colors looked so good together. So these leaves, I think they were from a pick from Walmart last year. I love end of the year shopping or like the clearance when everything's 75-80% off, and especially when you can get them from Walmart super cheap. That flower came off Amazon in a big bundle. I will link them because I love those like burlap flowers and bows. So many different styles. I will link them. They are amazing. I'm so glad I picked those up. DIY, I'll be using one of these shadow box houses from Dollar Tree, of course, and I'm just going to be peeling the sticker off the back because that is what I'm going to be using is the back side of this house. Now maybe later down the road I will use the other side. Someone in one of my last videos said I should do like reversible items, and I think that would be so fun, although I am just not ready for Christmas yet. So maybe during Christmas I will do some reversible signs with some of these items that I've already used on one side or the other, but Christmas is just not in my mind yet. It's starting to like get cool and cold and sweatshirt and pants weather here, so I'm just looking forward and like taking that all in right now. I'm using this napkin. This was from the flea market as well, and I use this in my other napkin DIY, and I will link that for you, or my other napkin video, and I'll link it for you guys if you want to check out that other napkin one. That was when I was trying to use Mod Podge, and I swear this glue stick thing in this method is so much easier. So here's my little sanding block. This is just from Dollar Tree as well, and I'm sure you can pick them up at any sort of store. Walmart, I'm sure you can pick them up at, a hardware store. And I'm just kind of smoothing it out and just kind of going, I know you can like go away from the napkin and it cuts a lot easier or sands off a lot easier. And then I'm just adding one of these little raffia bows, and that is all I did for this. And I think this one is so cute on its own as well. I recently picked up a table runner from Walmart. It was only $1 on their clearance rack, and I'm obsessed with it. So you're going to see that in a couple parts of my video because I love it that much. Okay, so on to the next one, this fall market napkin. Like I said, I did take all the plies off. Most of them were only 2 plies, so I only had to pull that one off. And then I decided to use a crate from the Dollar Tree. So I'm cutting this, and when I started cutting it, I realized that fall market just wasn't really working 100% on here, so I decided to use that bottom part that says apples, pumpkins, corn, glue stick. And it's funny because obviously this is purple, so you know where you glue, and I was like, man, I hope this dries clear. Although I knew it dried clear, but when you're like putting these napkins on, you're like, this does not look good. This does not look pretty, but it does dry clear, like it says, like it always does. But you know, you're always just like in the mood and in the moment, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, is this gonna work? Like, it definitely works. And I did end up adding that flower marker to the other side. It does cut off a little bit, but I love the way that looks. And then I took some scissors and kind of cut through the edges of that crate to make it look like a crate. And that is it. I just added some pumpkin and some greenery and florals in here. I think this is such a cute little piece. But you guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would love if you consider sticking around and subscribing. Also, don't forget to check out tailoredcanvases.com. You guys will not regret checking out their site. Also, I will leave my coupon code KRISTIN15 in the description box below so you guys can check them out. That is it, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye!